Drug overdoses in the U.S. are up significantly.
The Department of Justice is warning of a rise in what's called rainbow fentanyl.
The opioid epidemic is still raging in the U.S.
A public crisis.
We had absolutely no idea as parents.
A private addiction.
And we were parents that were involved in everything.
Hidden in homes across San Diego.
This is your greatest fear. Your greatest fear is something happens to your children.
Leaving a common scar for far too many families.
And we see people in our lives being robbed from us.
Now, Opioids,
San Diego's quiet addiction.
an ABC 10 News special.
From pills in our medicine cabinet to heroin and fentanyl, overdoses of these drugs have been increasingly seen in the news. We see the stories, but we might think it doesn't affect us. But opioids are San Diego's quiet addiction. It's affecting people from all walks of life in all parts of our county. Please join us in the next 30 minutes as we talk to those whose lives are forever changed by these drugs and the families dealing with the fallout. And we'll see how local leaders are trying to stop this tragic trend from happening.
Hey, Erin. How are ya? Hey, Erin, this is Kimberly.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the home of Erin Rubin. Erin's story is both unique and all too common in San Diego, a life forever changed by opioids. Erin had a typical childhood.
When Erin was a child, he was very active and involved in all kinds of sports.
Erin's mother, Sherry, is proud of her son's time as a football player and a wrestler at Poway High. But that is also where she says he was first introduced to drugs.
The first drug that Erin ever tried was steroids.
A drug to help with performance, but that changed to other drugs for pain relief because of injuries he suffered in high school.
He was using Xanax, Oxycontin, hydrocodone, anything that would alleviate pain.
Sherry tells us Erin sought treatment for his addiction several times and was making progress. But then on October 5th, 2005, everything changed.
In the morning, we were calling him on his cell phone to meet us for Sunday breakfast with the family, and there was no answer.
Erin, 23 at the time, had been staying at a friend's house. His friend's mother made the chilling discovery.
She went over and saw Erin on the couch and said that he was blue and non-responsive.
Erin had overdosed on Oxycontin. The family rushed Erin to the hospital.
We did get a call from the family he was with, where he had overdosed, and said, "I'm sorry, Erin's not breathing. He's at the hospital."
Sherry and her husband rushed over to be by her son's side.
"Where's our son? How's our son? Where's our son, Erin?" And the attending physician said, "I'm sorry, you're going to lose your son today."
Erin's father told doctors his son had likely taken drugs.
Then they administered Narcan, naloxone, and they brought a slight heartbeat back.
Erin was then in a vegetative state. He had suffered kidney failure, brain damage, and was blind. Sherry says doctors wanted to take him off life support after 10 days.
When they asked me to withdraw care and end life support, I told them it took me 9 months to bring this child into the world. I am not going to let him go in 10 days.
Erin eventually pulled through, but he's now in a wheelchair. He can answer yes or no questions with hand gestures, but many don't survive. According to the National Institute on Drug Use, nearly 69,000 people died of an opioid-related overdose last year. More startling is comparing it to nearly 20 years ago. In 1999, it was a couple of thousand deaths. While other drugs contributed to the jump, fentanyl has fueled the spike. For those that survive, life is forever changed.
He gets medications morning, noon, and night.
Sherry says when Erin wakes up, she prepares his breakfast with his daily medication. With the help of a caregiver, he then showers and gets ready for his day. He does several activities, including horse therapy, spending time at a recovery center, and acupuncture. He gets home and has more medicine before taking a nap. He gets up for dinner, watches television with his family, and takes medications before bed. Sherry says despite the challenges, Aaron is living a quality life.
He is probably doing something far more important than earning money with his life, and that is sharing his story.
And the reality is we're seeing a significant increase. And the increase in opioid deaths has been going year over year for more than a decade. But it's really jumping now with the rise of fentanyl. And so we have to step in and we have to take action. And we have to do more and do it faster and do it bigger and do it better than ever before. And if all of our efforts, there's one life that gets saved, then I believe it's worth it.
And it really is an issue that brings both sides of the political spectrum together.
It's not partisan in the slightest. Look, these are our children, and we need to be there for them to make sure that they have a better future.
What kind of work went into developing this plan?
Yeah, the origins of this plan are really rooted in the action we took against Purdue Pharmaceutical. So the Sackler family and the Purdue company knowingly addicted millions of Americans to a fatal drug. And they did it to make money. I think they should be in prison for what happened. But the only recourse we had as a county was to sue them. And we are on the precipice of probably a $100 million settlement that will come to the County of San Diego, which is them paying what is a fraction of the total cost. But nonetheless, these funds are likely to come in the next 6 months. And so we wanted to spend the time and really be thoughtful about our approach, build a big coalition, and really decide as a county and as a board of supervisors, how would we invest these funds to have the most impact the fastest? And so that's been the genesis of months of work and research and engagement and collaboration and discussion to come up with a plan that we're going to bring to the Board of Supervisors.
Well, we had a series of hearings. We brought in specialists from all fields. We had law enforcement there. We had the medical community there in force. And we looked and strategized on what's working and what we can adapt and bring to us. It impacts everybody across the nation, but here in San Diego, the Board of Supervisors can take a stand and improve it.
Alex is always in the back of my mind. There's not a day that I don't think about him.
He used to kiss me on my forehead. I miss him kissing me on my forehead. That summer in 2018, when he saw an M30 pill, which is a little blue pill that is supposed to be OxyContin, but it's not, it's laced with fentanyl, he was curious about it and he tried it, and that was really the beginning of the end for him. In Alex's case, OxyContin was a primer. Because of that is when he took this M30 pill. This is a deadly type of addiction that only has one way to end, and that is death. This was a kid that was social and had, I mean, he knows so many friends, really deep relationships, and he was alone all the time. You know, if your child is isolating and they're in their room, something is wrong. We know now that, like, there was a couple times when he was vomiting a lot that we thought he was either hungover or the flu, and that was his attempt to try and get off the drug. This generation does not have the opportunity to be casual about using drugs recreationally. It's just too deadly. And that's the mistake that Alex made.
You gotta help them, you know, you gotta stay with them, you gotta, whatever it takes, don't stop fighting.
Just keep fighting for your child and know that they are confused and they're scared and they don't know what to do and their mind does not work right. There's not anything wrong with your child. They have a medical condition that needs medical attention, emergency medical attention. This is something we never, ever thought would be part of our life. We were touched by something that was way bigger than us, a societal problem that you know, came right into our home. And Alex was such a good friend and such a good son and such a light in this world that is missing. And we want to continue his good vibes and send love out to all those people that are struggling.
We know that over years cigarettes were a huge addiction. We saw cigarettes recruiting our young people, and now those numbers are down considerably. And much of it was because of what they call a truth campaign, allowing people to see the end results of that lifestyle. I think that if young people and if adults saw just how dangerous these drugs are and where they lead, I think many people would rethink whether they're willing to try them the first time. And I think that truth campaign is part of the holistic approach. There are many other things that we need to do, but having a truth campaign in educating people.
Does the plan address at all how you reach them and how you get them to listen?
Well, I think that you look at past success with the cigarette campaigns, and we're going to be using a lot of the same techniques.
Who will be leading this campaign?
Well, I think that we have a full medical team at the county. We're expecting to get some funds from a lawsuit, and that's why we're putting all the groundwork. Many of the communities receive the money and then say, what can we do? What we've done is get out there in a proactive way, and much because of Chairman Fletcher's attack towards this. And I've been, you know, I want to support it too because it makes sense.
Not everyone who's addicted is homeless, and not everyone who's homeless is addicted either. But we know a significant number of those who are on the streets are suffering from addiction. And the reality is you're not going to overcome that if you're living on the streets. Plain and simple. All the treatment in the world is not going to work if you don't have a place to call home. And so we launched our community harm reduction teams and shelters that are designed for people who are facing addiction to say, look, let's get you off the streets and get you inside. Now we get you inside and we're building that trust. Now let's start getting you some help.
Some people, when they realize that is the goal with people addicted to drugs, they say, we can't solve the homeless issue. How is this going to work?
I don't think in San Diego the last 30 or 40 years we've had the investment that we need in mental health treatment. I don't think we've had the investment we need in drug treatment and addiction treatment, and that manifests itself in what you see on the streets every day. Let's invest in the facilities and get people off the streets and make sure that the services and treatment to keep them off the streets, but also to give them a fair fighting chance at a life of meaning and purpose. And it may not be perfect and it may not work for 100% of the folks, but we have to do everything we can to try.
where are we thinking they might live?
Well, this gets into the hard part, right? Because most people out there will say, no, yeah, you should have more shelters and you should have more services until you actually come up with a spot to put it. And then once you have a spot to put it, then anyone who's in any geographic proximity says, hey, we want you to deal with this problem, just not here. And the reality, Kimberly, that's like someone saying there's a leak in your side of the boat. I mean, if you've ever been in a boat, you don't care where that leak is, right? We've got to fix the leak. And we've got to adopt an approach as a county that says, hey, we're all in this together. We're all in this boat together. And that means every neighborhood and every community has got to be a part of the solution. In general, it may take you a little bit, right? I mean, that person, the first time that they get talked to, we have outreach workers that go out, and the outreach workers will tell you, hey, the first time, they may be resistant. They may not be interested. So what do you do? Well, what would you do if it was your kid? You'd go back a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time, and a fifth time, and as many times as it takes.
My name is Kylie Krings, K-Y-L-E-E. My upbringing was really good. I had a really supportive family, always there. There wasn't ever any issues at all. It started back, I would say, in high school, and it led from marijuana, went to pills, I would say, when I went out to college. Had a whole life set up for me. After I left college, well, I should say I actually got kicked out because of my usage of marijuana and everything else. I went to my outpatient program, did almost, I think, over 9 months, and got clean. Then I met my younger son's dad. He was amazing with my son. Then he relapsed. 6 months went by real quick again, and I was full strung out again on heroin. You know, it went really, really fast. And then fentanyl kind of came into the story. I was so scared to do it. I was so scared. I was terrified. I even told myself like I wasn't going to do it. It got really, really bad. Fentanyl made me a whole different kind of person. We were selling a lot of stuff out of our house. It turned into obviously a horrible place. Our house got raided, CPS got involved, our son got taken, obviously. I remember sitting in jail just freaking out. I just lost my other son and now I'm pregnant with another one in jail. And the sad thing was, is all I wanted to do was go get high. The baby came 3 weeks early, I had him in jail. I remember finally surrendering to the fact that I was a completely 100% addict. Help me. January 2nd came and his mom was calling me, which I already knew was a weird thing, and he OD'd. He went back out. He got that opportunity. It was a life-shattering, changing moment for me to lose him. And then I look at our son, he looks just like him. I'm happy to be who I am today. Yes, I've done a lot of not great things in my life, but I can't hold on to it anymore. If I want to succeed in life and stay clean and actually not go back out, I have to take suggestions from people. I have to listen. I hope that a suffering addict that like I see, that can see me or even knows me especially, can see that there is hope. There is a chance that you don't have to do this alone. You don't ever. I haven't been alone this last whole 15 months, ever. I get to be a mom to a baby that shouldn't even have survived. Don't pick up no matter what.
Harm reduction, you know, it's at times controversial, but it's the notion of meeting someone in a non-judgmental way. To say, look, you're facing addiction and we've got treatment options for you, right? And we want to get you in that and we want to lower the overall harm to what you're going through.
Do you have an indication that people will seek that type of service?
We do. It's interesting. And when you go out and you listen to folks, right, who are struggling, the brain is so consumed by the illness, the nature of addiction, that it's hard for them. They'll say, I don't want to do it. But then the brain and the body chemistry takes over and it's like you have to do it. MAT is basically taking a medication that blocks the dopamine receptors that are craving that drug. And MAT we've seen to be incredibly successful. Now, when you want to open MAT clinics, You know, everyone says, well, we want you to deal with opioids, but just don't put any one of those anywhere near me. Well, that's the cycle of judgment we got to break. Someone who's going to get treatment for their addiction, that's someone we need to welcome in. And so we need to cite more MAT clinics. We need to have more options. We've got to have more places for people to go. And that's really a part of what we're trying to open up, because you can successfully come through this and come out the other end.
We understand part of this is telling people how much fentanyl is in their drugs, yep. But not taking the drugs away. Some people will look at that and say, well, now you're enabling the drug use.
Yeah, this is where it gets controversial around harm reduction. You know, fentanyl, something that we'd rather you not do, but won't inherently kill you today, if laced with fentanyl, can kill you today. And so when you engage with folks and we say, hey, we don't want you to die, right? We want to make sure that fentanyl's not in there. And by the way, while you're here and we're talking to you, we want to talk to you about treatment options that are available. Those are things that actually save lives. Despite all the divisions and all the hostility and all the friction that's out there, there are still things that hold us together. You know, when you tune out the noise, people love their families and they love their kids and they still want the best for one another. And this is an issue that I think there's an opportunity to bring people together and to really have a dialogue and a discussion, but have it lead to concrete action.
Why is this a top priority for the county?
Well, the numbers are staggering and they're getting worse all the time. And we see people in our lives being robbed from us. And so it's time for the county to step up in a meaningful way.
For those individuals that are already down that road, we want to meet them where they are with love and compassion, not with judgment, right? This notion that you can punish someone addicted enough to break the cycle of addiction is a lie. It is a myth, and it is underlined U.S. policy around addiction for the last 50 years, and all we've seen is an increase in overdose and death. We got to change that cycle. This is an illness, and we need to treat it like an illness. We need to treat it like we treat diabetes. This is not just the homeless on the street. This is high school kids. These are athletes who have an injury, who get prescribed this, who get addicted, who get hooked. It's soccer moms who are dropping their kids off at school and suffering from addiction, and it's ravaging families. And so I think we've got to do everything we can to fight for every individual in our community, and that is the impetus behind what we're doing here today.
I think there are very few families that aren't touched, whether it's their family or whether it's just a neighbor or a colleague. We're all being impacted. And I think that we need to bring the best practices to San Diego County and give it a try. But at the end of the day, we can't continue on the path we are because we're failing people. And I don't want to fail anybody in San Diego County.
If what we have been doing was effective and was working, we wouldn't see the increases we are. And so it's my hope that we can really move forward and never lose sight of what we're trying to do. And what we're trying to do is help that one family not go through the eternal grief of having lost a child. And it's heartbreaking. You know, when you meet parents who've gone through this, it is devastating and it's heartbreaking. And that loss is forever. And so we want to fight with everything we've got so that one fewer families has to go through that. And if we do that, it'll be worth it.
What they do is they don't wait for people to come and ask for help. If you go to the hospital or any medical location, clinic, and you're going through an OD, they have somebody appear who is familiar with it, who has gone through the same thing there with you. So when you wake up, we're immediately talking about how do we address this issue? How do we do it in a meaningful way when the person's most apt to be to listen, right? 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, they may be back in the same pattern And we want to break that life cycle. It's not going to solve the problem for everybody. But if we can make a big dent into it and solve it for many, that's a great step in the right direction. In AA, that you have a sponsor that you can call when you're feeling weak. We know that AA has been highly successful because it creates a community that shares warmth and love and encourages that person to be the best they can be. And with this new program, we'll have the same type of peer encouragement for these folks. A person ultimately controls their own destiny, but I believe having a peer there at a moment when you're weak to help build you up and give you the confidence to take a better path, I think that's important. And having somebody who's gone through it, who can say, look, I've been in your shoes, I've been on that gurney, I've gone through this, and I'm changing my life, and I want you to have a better life too. I think these are all powerful elements. We've seen it successful with alcohol, and we've seen it successful in New York. And I think that we need to bring the best practices to San Diego County and give it a try.
This is not just the homeless on the street. This is high school kids. These are athletes who have an injury, who get prescribed this, who get addicted, who get hooked. It's soccer moms who are dropping their kids off at school and suffering from addiction, and it's ravaging families. And so I think we've got to do everything we can to fight for every individual in our community, and that is the impetus behind what we're doing here today.
I think there are very few families that aren't touched, whether it's their family or whether it's just a neighbor or a colleague. We're all being impacted. And I think that we need to bring the best practices to San Diego County and give it a try. But at the end of the day, we can't continue on the path we are because we're failing people. And I don't want to fail anybody in San Diego County.
If what we have been doing was effective and was working, we wouldn't see the increases we are. And so it's my hope that we can really move forward and never lose sight of what we're trying to do. And what we're trying to do is help that one family not go through the eternal grief of having lost a child. And it's heartbreaking. You know, when you meet parents who've gone through this, it is devastating, and it's heartbreaking. And that loss is forever. And so we want to fight with everything we've got so that one fewer families has to go through that. And if we do that, it'll be worth it.
We want to thank Aaron and his mother Sherry for opening up their home and their lives to us. And we hope that Aaron's story and the others that we've shared with you this evening will help you to understand San Diego's quiet addiction and what local leaders are trying to do to make a difference. If you or someone you know is suffering from addiction, please go to 10news.com and click on the Resource Center for a guide to get you help. Good night.